Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Ron the Don, and I'm about to come to you with another video. Y'all already know it's me. But this video is going to be a little different. This video is going to be about a different topic than coronavirus. I know y'all tired of hearing me talk about that, so shit is about to open up anyway. The shit's about to be over anyway. That goes to show you what's all politics. But yeah, but on to something more fresh and new. All right. This one I might be a couple days late on this, but busy week. I'm just now able to get to it. You know, by the time I should. Once I get a lot more followers, I'll be more consistent with it and all that, doing things on time and on schedule exactly after it happened. But anyway, it's about the Grammys. About my man Nas, my favorite rapper Nas, finally getting the Grammy. It's for his album called King Disease. Now, it's been long overdue. Honestly, Nas should have had a Grammy since at least since the early 2000s. 2002. I would say Illmatic or It Was Written, but that was the early 90s, and Grammys wasn't recognizing hip hop as a genre back in those days. So I will cut them a little slack and just say he should have gotten it since like 2003 after Stillmatic, because Nas beat Hove at the top of his game when Hove was at the top of his game in those days. So anybody that could beat Hove in a battle in his prime, it's one thing if you could body Hove now, okay, but if you could body Hove when he was in his prime, that's a big deal. That's something that Nas did. He bodied Hove when he was in his prime. So anybody that does that should get a Grammy off rip. You know, he didn't exactly knock him off his throne, but he definitely popped some, gave him a few jabs, a few shots. He definitely defeated him in that battle, you know. But as far as the music charts, of course, Jay-Z, Hov is more of a commercial artist and everything. So Nas ain't knock him off his throne on that. But when it came to the battle, Nas bodied him at least during that time with the Ether and all that. Even with a couple other freestyles on the mixtapes and all that. But anyway, he should have got his Grammy from 03, you know. But then again, also too, 50 Cent came into the game, was a fresh rookie, came into the game at that time as well, making noise. So, so back then it was a lot more. Rap had a lot more competition at that time. Rap was a lot more competition at that time. Was a lot more competitive at that time. It was a higher standard for your bars. Had a higher standard. You had to be a lyrical beast at that time to get some type of recognition. Either be a lyrical beast or make a poppin' ass hit record that had everybody dancing, that every hip hop head like. It's either one of the two, you know. So yeah, but now the Grammy now for the King's Disease, it was a good album. It just wasn't his best one. Of course, it wasn't his best one because Nas, he's an OG in the game. He been in the game for damn near almost 30 years now. He's definitely an OG, so he may have got the Grammy off of OG status, maybe. Or maybe because they knew it was long overdue, so maybe he got it because of that. You know, not disputing the fact that there's other rappers in the category that was new, fresh rappers. Of course, music at that time. At this time, of course, there was probably other rappers in the category or whatnot that you could say that you could debate say should have won or whatnot and stuff like that. Plus Nas is not really a new rapper or stuff like that. So I think people would probably want to debate because that it should have went to a new rapper or so a rapper that's more new. But Nas, he got the OG status, so I think the Grammys was like, okay, he's an OG, it's well deserved, so just give it to him or whatnot. King Disease, I can say it was a good album, but just wasn't his best album, but it was a good album. You know, at the end of the day, not every artist's first 1 or 2 albums is usually their best ones anyway. So in this case, Illmatic, of course, Illmatic, it was written, and Stillmatic was his best albums up to date. You know, which is these albums pretty much came out like over 20 something years ago. So, you know, of course those were his best albums. He was young, he was hungry, so of course that was his best work. But now, yeah, but like I said, it's about time Nas got his respect. It's crazy how the mainstream media, again, is just now catching on to it. Like, it goes to show you that the mainstream media catch on to things late, not just in politics but in music. Now I feel if anything they definitely catch on late to in music and entertainment, because of there's like with the entertainment business, it's so many artists that's out. It's not just in acting and music and in film. It's so many people out there, so much competitors out there, that 1 minute you're hot, 1 minute you're not. It's the same thing, you know. It's like that with entertainment. So there's plenty of artists out here that's better than the ones that's mainstream. They just haven't got discovered yet, or probably never will, you know. So yeah, 1 minute you hot, the next minute you not. So just off that. So in the entertainment business, like you have to get discovered, and there's people that probably starting to pop off now when they've been doing that craft for over 20 years, like Nas did, but just now getting discovered by the mainstream. You be like, yo, like, I just now, like, when the mainstream come out saying, oh, here's a new artist, the best new artist, is like the best new artist. I'm like, yo, best new artist. This guy been popping. This guy been doing his thing since 10, 15 years ago. So how's he the best new artist? It's prime example. They say 50 Cent came out in 03 and all that. He just now been discovered mainstream back in 03, but when he really been rapping since the 90s. He been rapping since like 97, 98. You know, when he was with Jam Master Jay and them. He was with Jam Master Jay. That was Jam Master Jay's artist on Columbia Records since 97. So he was on the N2 Deep soundtrack with How to Rob. So people think he just got discovered he just came out in 2003. No, he's been rapping since 97. That's how it is with the music and in the entertainment business, period. An artist's been doing their thing since 15, 20 years ago, and they're just now getting discovered. That's how it is. Mainstream media, that's how they are. Mainstream media only follow who's really popping at that moment, who's at the top of the fucking charts, and who's at the top of the food chain. That's what mainstream media do, you know. So, but hey, your story gotta sell, you know. So I don't blame them, because just like in politics, you know, at the news media, no matter what the category is, no matter what topic it is, they have to sell headlines. So they're gonna follow the most popular celebrity because they have to sell headlines, with the most known celebrity because they have to sell headlines and get ratings. So I can't knock them for that. So it is what it is. But I'm glad that Nas finally got his respect due. All right, but yeah. I'm glad he reunited with the firm, like he did when he first came out, like back in '96. He was with the firm with AZ and Foxy, Carmega back in '96. I'm glad to hear him reunite with the firm on this album. And Foxy's don't sound like she lost a step neither. That's another. She's another OG that's underrated. That needs her respect due. I doubt she'll get a Grammy, but in hip hop, she is well respected in hip hop though. She's a legend. She's one of the top female MCs. She's definitely a legend. So, you know. But anyway, ends with Nas. But anyway, I'm glad Nas got his respect due. Either way, he's always been a legend in hip hop, not just the Grammys, not just the mainstream, but Nas always been a legend in hip hop. And just cause we just now getting discovered by white people don't make us any more better just because we get discovered by white people. It just means a bigger paycheck. That's all it means. And that's and fortunately that's good for the artists. It shouldn't make a difference when it comes to the fans just because you get discovered by white people. Just because white people acknowledge you, it shouldn't make any difference. But long as you good in your craft and you get acknowledgement in your craft and get credit due in your craft, that's all that should matter. But anyway, that's all I have for you for today. And gotta represent for the OGs in hip hop. I've been a Nas fan since I was a kid, since the 90s. So I'm glad here that 20 to 30 years later he finally got his respect due. Good for Nas. Alright? Congratulations, boy. Alright? Like that song on his first album, One Love. Peace.